Hello everyone, you are now watching this review of, from the Michael on the 77, a review of Batman Arkham Knight. Now I'm going to be talking about this game for a while now, and I might just warn you guys of minor spoiler alert. I do not want it, if you guys have not played this game yet, and you make your choice, just be careful. This might go into some minor spoiler, and I'm going to try to get away from that as much as possible. So let's get into this game. This is my most anticipated game of 2015, let me just say right now, and Batman Arkham Knight, this game is really one of the best games to buy on your PS4, Xbox One, or PC. Although I did hear the PC launch was a disaster, hopefully the console's releases were better, which for me has been great. This review is based off my PS4 footage, so hopefully you guys will enjoy the footage you see here. The story of Batman Arkham Knight takes place 9 months after the events of Arkham City, with the city much more calmer after, spoiler alert, of Arkham City's ending, which is that Joker died. Things are calmer until Scarecrow returns, making a big noise of releasing a toxic weapon on Gotham City, causing the civilians of Gotham City to evacuate. This involves Batman dealing with big enemies like Scarecrow, like I said before, but also dealing with a new enemy, the Arkham Knight. This is actually a story that is actually well done here, with some great writing overall. And it's also nice that they actually added more enemies, and also much more made these villains side characters to the story, which is also fine by me. I mean, not every single villain has to be the big shining spotlight. That does have a great moment. Each villain here does have a great moment, especially with the side missions, which I must just say. Back to the story is that the story has a nice supernatural twist, which I kind of like. And it also feels well done here. And also the identity of the Arkham Knight, which I will not spoil here, is actually well done here of a mystery. One that you won't even recognize, but you might see it coming possibly. Well done misdirection and some nice well done, foreshadowing. It's well done here. And personally, I didn't think the Arkham Knight's identity was a disappointment. I actually found it surprising, as it was something that I thought was right. Now, the story overall is actually one that was satisfying, as I feel that the ending to this Rocksteady Arkham trilogy would be disappointing. It isn't. The ending to this game is actually really satisfying, as in fact there's 2 different endings. Well, not 2 different endings, but there's 2 different ways to get the same ending. And it's nice to see that the developers do a really good job with storytelling here. Now, after the story, let's just go into what you're seeing right now. The visual quality of the game, graphics, and the design of the game altogether. Visually, the game looks beautiful. Just look at the visual scene you're seeing here. Look at Batman's armor, look at his suit, look at his cape, and the animations the characters use. It's all done perfectly here, and all looks great at 1080p, and I believe 60 frames per second on the next generation consoles, and it can even run higher on your PC when it starts working. And it really does look nice overall. The design of Batman's suit and more it evolves when he gets the upgrades for his bat suits, and the DLC suits looks nice as well. It also looks well to see that the world has so much detail in it that you can just look all over the place and you'll find tons of it, which is also amazing. The civilians running around with unique designs, and the city has this dark neo-gothic look to it that just makes it feel believable that this is Gotham City. This is just no random New York City, but it's actually a city of Gotham. And I really do love that about this game, is that you really do feel like you are in Gotham City and that you are Batman. And I didn't even start talking about the gameplay, but let's start talking about it. Now, there's a lot of parts of the game. There's exploration, there's hand-to-hand fighting combat, then there's stealth. However, this game builds on what Rocksteady's previous titles, Arkham Asylum and Arkham City, built. This time, they added the Batmobile. The Batmobile adds a lot of more stuff, as Batmobile is used for puzzles and for combat, and also for some awesome races. It's also kind of actually a cool satisfactory to the game as well, as it all feels just satisfying to do. And some people may complain about the Batmobile altogether. I find it an enjoyable thing to do, especially when it comes to the battle mode, as it's one of the more controversial parts in the game. But surprisingly, the battle mode here is all awesome. Now, the way to activate battle mode is holding the L trigger on Xbox or L2 on your PS4 controller, and activates a battle tank mode for that. But it may feel out of place for a lot of people, and is actually one of the choices and reason why it's not considered masterpieces to a lot of people. I consider it a cool thing. as I actually did like it. It gave me another way to fight enemies and get experience points, and not only that, it also adds much more variety than you think, which is all a great thing to do here, isn't it? I mean, the game has so much to do in this game, and it's nice to add much more to it, and thankfully not one thing feels like a chore to do. It all feels fun personally for me. Every single time I got into the Batmobile and doing in battle mode, it all felt intense, and it never just felt like a push-up. In other words, it never felt easy to do. Every single time I was in a battle, it was a challenge, and that was always a good thing for me to enjoy, is that I never felt like it was too boring, too difficult, or just something that's repetitive. It's never got repetitive for me. For me, it always kept on getting challenging and challenging to the point where I had to think about my strategy over and over. What's cool is even the Batmobile or Bat Tank even against little things like missile barrages, EMPs, or hacking other drones. As Batman isn't actually killing actual soldiers, he's killing unmanned drones. So basically robots. So it's fine, man. And it's fine, as it doesn't break Batman's moral code, which is all the better thing. Now when it comes to stealth and combat, hand-to-hand, which this series is known for, and it's really has been inspiring other games like Middle Earth Shadow of Mordor and other fighting games, you can really see that the developers really added much more to the combat than expected. They could just redone all the combat from the last game and just said, here you go, enjoy it. But they actually added so much more to it that it all feels amazing. Hand-to-hand combat here is an excellent and also awesome thing to do here. You feel like you are Batman with doing all these combos, stuns, and basically countering other enemies. And what's cool is the more you play, the more upgrades you get. The more upgrades you get actually allows you to get more cool abilities. Stuff like disarming your enemies and destroying their weapons, like an assault rifle. You take that assault rifle out of someone's hand and you break it in front of them, which is all kind of cool. And it also has so much variety because, how can I say, you also get other weapons. And some of these weapons are actually used for actual battle, some aren't. Like the voice synthesizer is actually used for puzzles, has to take people's voices and use it against them against locked doors, which only work on voice confirmations. And it's all well done here. It all is all well done that the developers really did a good job with also stealth, as there's much more stealth mechanics to do here than usual. Mostly with more takedown procedures, and this all makes it feel so much better. What's also cool about stealth is if you do a stealth takedown and then see a big barrage of enemies, like 3 or 4 enemies, you can do something called a fear multi-takedown. Now this is actually something really cool, as you can basically time slow down after you press the square button, if you have enough, after you do a silent takedown, not that. After you decide to take down, press the square button from fear multi-takedowns, you basically have a chance to take down 3 or 4 enemies, or even 5, in a quick amount of time by pressing combos. All you do is just tap the square button over and over while searching for targets for you to hit. This also is cool, as you can also thin out the herd before you really go in and take down the rest of those characters. You feel like a predator. You don't feel like your abilities are limited. And it all just looks really good as well, like I said before. All the animations, like I said before, the graphics and all this stuff really does collide together to make it that much more fun to play. Let's talk about the sound altogether. Sound design for when you're punching guys in the face, when your Batmobile destroys other environments and causes things to break through immediately, looks amazing. It also does sound great as well, along with some outstanding musical choir performance. However, I do believe that Batman Arkham City had the better music, my personal opinion, but I still believe the music here is also great as well. And let's not forget about the voice acting. Oh my god, I cannot go on and on about this more enough. Of course, with some great notable voice actors like Nolan North and Troy Baker and others. However, the most notable standouts here are John Noble as Scarecrow, as his dark monotone-like voice really does make his fear moments really that much more horrifying. And of course, Kevin Conroy as the Batman is another outstanding achievement as voice acting. Just another way to sell you on the fact that he's Batman. And to be honest, that is the Batman voice I believe is the best overall. And I don't know if this is a spoiler, but Mark Hamill does have some posthumous lines here and there throughout the game, which is kind of flashbacks. And I kind of like this as well. It was also another well done job from Mark Hamill, who said he was done with the Joker overall. And I think it was all well done here, as they're not the only ones who do good jobs, of course. Also, other voice actors like Jonathan Banks as the new James Gordon also does a good job with his performance, and everyone else does here a good job altogether. I mean, not everyone, no one voice actor did a bad job with this game. Everyone sold you the fact that they are a character or someone that lives in Gotham City, and they actually make you believe that they live there altogether. What's also cool about Arkham Knight is the fact that there's tons of Easter eggs and references to other DC superheroes. Characters like Flash, Superman, Metropolis, Lex Luthor, Oliver Queen, Arrow, even more. There's so much references here is that it's basically a hodgepodge, just letting you know. Making you wonder, what will Rocksteady do next since this is their final Batman game? And if it really is, they did go on the highest note possible. And in my personal opinion, guys, I must just say that I personally fell in love with the Arkham series altogether, as I consider each and every one of them masterpieces of their own type. And personally, I think the same thing about Arkham Knight. I never felt like there's any problems that really pissed me off about Arkham Knight. I mean, to be honest, there's nothing that really got me upset about it, which is why I have not criticized one single thing about this game. There's so much to do, so much to enjoy, that you never feel disappointed. However, some will complain about the season pass being $40. However, you don't need to buy it. I mean, it's just optional. However, the season pass for $40 gives you 6 months worth of content. What this is alternate skins, more villains to play in side missions, and also story packs. Like, for example, Batgirl will be a story pack where you get to play as a prequel story. This is all just well done just to give you much more replay value for Batman, and it also keeps the longevity of the series altogether. And I must just say, the Batman series is one that's always been proved that superhero games can be good. That is, if you know the source material and you know what you are doing with the series. It truly is the last Batman game for Rocksteady, which is a true shame. I really want to know what they do next. Maybe they'll work on a new IP or a new project. Or maybe they'll work on another superhero series. Maybe they'll a DC character, possibly like Green Arrow or some other characters. Who knows? But let's just say, as of right now, Rocksteady is one of those developers that truly understand the source material of Batman, as they really delve into his character in this game a lot. Going back to the story, there's a lot of twisting moments that you will not see coming. I mean, people maybe think that the Arkham Knight is the main thread here, the main storyline here. He's not. It's really the Scarecrow story here that really is more important, and actually much more appealing. And it also really does build on Batman logic more than the Arkham Knight storyline. It's all well done here. And visually, and overall, the entire project is a masterpiece of entertainment. Okay, guys? That's all I really need to say of the game. Also, there's also challenges, new game plus for you to do. The challenges stuff is basically doing records like get 20,000 points in a combat match, or dual takedown, which I forgot to mention are awesome in this game. Dual team takedowns is basically stuff like fighting, how can I say, you and Nightwing going up against a bunch of enemies. You can press the L1 button at any moment to do quick throw chains together. And it's really well done here, I must just say it's awesome. You can use it with Robin, Catwoman, and Nightwing for certain moments in the game. Only certain moments, you can't do it all together forever. There's also challenge maps, which allows you to do things like stealth, Batmobile races, Batmobile chases, and Batmobile tank battles. And of course the Riddler's back with his awesome Riddler challenges, riddles, breakable objects, and so much more. And you may be playing this game forever just to get 100% to get this exclusive ending, which I cannot spoil for you. But overall, new game plus and all that stuff really is making it much harder, and I'm much more rewarding. Overall, Batman Arkham Knight is a masterpiece of a product, and I cannot say I love this game any more than I already do now. So overall, guys, my final verdict for Batman Arkham Knight is an overall score of a 10 out of 10, a masterpiece. Is this game perfect to everyone? No, but it's perfect in my opinion. And I really do believe that this series and this franchise is one that's gonna keep on living forever, even when it ends and the developers are done with the project. So overall, guys, that's the end of this video. Please like the video, comment, subscribe. Also follow me on Facebook as Michael Martinez. Follow me on Twitter as TheMichael967. And I'll see you guys for the next episode of Michael M1987, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye bye, and once again, have a good one. See you soon.